Alright guys, I want to very, very quickly walk you through the instructions for each section of the grammar workbook practice packet. I'm not actually going to show you any text on this walkthrough, but I do want to go through the example sentence for each of these sections with you to make sure that you've got an idea of how each of these sections works. So let's take a look at the first page. 2B-5, section A, says Alicia and her friends went shopping yesterday. Complete the following sentences to tell what they saw and bought. Use the preterite of the verbs given, follow the model. So this is looking at our first grammar topic. This is preterite verbs. So the beginning of each sentence is going to be the first part of the prompt. So right here it says Alicia y sus amigos. And you can see that's how they started their sentence. Alicia y sus amigos. And then you've got this verb up here, decidir. So they conjugated decidir to talk about they decided to go shopping. Alicia y sus amigos decidieron ir de compras. So in each one of these sentences, you're going to start with the first part of the prompt. Alicia y sus amigos. Tú, ellos, Alicia, etc. And then you need to use that form of whatever verb is in your prompt. So number 1 would read, Alicia y sus amigos llegaron al mercado. You need the they form of this verb. Alicia y sus amigos llegaron al mercado. So go ahead and work down through there. On number 5, la tienda, the store, you're going to use the he, she, it form of the verb. And for number 8, todos means everyone. So you're going to use the they form because it's a group of people. Okay? Let's move on. On that same page, in activity B, it says Alfredo describes what he did yesterday. Supply the correct yo form of the verbs in parentheses to complete his narration. Now I'm going to underline this because this is important. These are all the yo form of the verb. That means they're going to end either in the letter E with an accent, if it's an AR verb, or if there were ER verbs, they would end with I in an accent. But these are all AR verbs, so they are all going to end in the letter E with an accent mark, okay? But remember, these G's, these C's, and these Z's change when you conjugate these verbs. So I want you to look back to the guided practice that you just finished, and I want you to make sure that you change the spelling. G changes to GU, C changes to QU, and Z changes to C. So make sure you make those spelling changes as you conjugate these verbs. They're all going to end in E and an accent mark though. Let's move on. B-6, activity A. You're writing sentences to tell who the things over there belong to. That over there tells us that we are going to use forms just of this demonstrative adjective. So, aquel llavero, and then if it belongs to yo, it belongs to me, I have to say es mío. So the second part of the sentence is actually a review of what we did last chapter, talking about possessive adjectives. So that key ring is mine. Aquel llavero es mío. Sentence number 1 is talking about cupones de regalo. So to say those coupons over there, I would say aquellos cupones de regalo, and then I would say son, they are, suyos, his, when I'm talking about multiple masculine things. Aquellos cupones de regalo son suyos. This one's probably going to be a little bit challenging for you guys, but I want you to do your best. We'll go over it next Tuesday when I see you again, just to make sure you got it. But I want you to give it a try. Let's go ahead and keep moving and take a look at activity B. Activity A is probably going to be a little bit difficult for you, but activity B should be super, super, super easy. You want to know why? Because these are the exact same questions that we looked at on your guided practice. So go look back to your guided practice and find this section. It says, look at the drawings below. Answer the questions based on the article of clothing that is indicated. Follow the model. So remember, the smaller it is, the further away it is. So the model says, ¿Qué falda prefieres? Which skirt do you prefer? Prefiero aquella falda. Aquella, because it's the one over there, and because falda is singular and feminine. So look back to your guided practice and fill in the blanks, okay? On to B-7, you've got a bunch of sentences with the instructions that read, answer each of the following questions in a complete sentence. Use the correct preterite form of the verb and the underlined noun to answer the questions. Follow the model. So the model says, ¿Compraste una camisa de algodón o una camisa de lana? So this is kind of summing it all up. We're using the preterite past tense, and we're doing that thing where you can drop the noun and use the adjective instead. So if it says compraste, did you buy? They answered by saying compré, I bought. And then since it said una camisa de lana, we are actually going to just get rid of camisa, and we're going to say una de lana. So in sentence number 1, they ask, ¿compraron ustedes el cinturón de tela o el cinturón de cuero? Did you guys buy the fabric belt or the leather belt? If I ask, did you guys, you're going to answer and say, we. So you need the nosotros form of comprar. Compramos. And then we are going to get rid of the noun. And we're going to just say the cloth one. So your sentence for number 1 should read, compramos el de tela. 4 words, that's all you need. Compramos el de tela. This is another one that's going to take some work, but it shouldn't be too difficult. Go ahead and follow that same pattern to tell who did what? Did you find a white blouse or a blue blouse? Your answer is going to be, I found a blue one. So how would you write that in Spanish? Take some time to work on it. I want to give you instructions for this last page. So very quickly at the top of the page, you have a vocab organizer. So you need to go back and look at your vocab list. And you need to fill in some words that describe fabrics. So we have all sorts of different types of fabrics, like synthetic fabric and cotton and wool and leather. Also maybe some color words might fit there. In the second set, words used to describe ways of paying. So you can pay cash, you can pay credit cards, you can pay check, you can pay at the cash register, you can pay the cashier. Lots of words to describe paying for things. And then last of all, words for fashion or style. So maybe it's tight, maybe it's loose, maybe it's just absolutely outrageous. Maybe you want to talk about the brands. Lots of words on your list for you to fill into the blanks there. And then if you take a look at the bottom of the page, it's going to ask you for some grammar information. All of this is in your guided practice, so you need the preterite forms of mirar, comer, and escribir. That's an AR, an ER, and an IR verb. And then you need the forms of aquel, masculine and feminine, singular and plural. And then tell me, when you compare to similar things, how can you avoid repetition? You avoid repetition by using a blank as a noun. So that's it for the practice, the grammar workbook practice. You should still have some time left. So please, 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 please make sure you use that time wisely to get this work done. I expect it to be ready to go over and correct in class on Tuesday when I see you again. So enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you next week.